So we here at We Liked Podcast have gotten a lot of really good questions. Like, how come you guys don't have any girls on the show? That's a great question. Arvin, how come we don't have any girls on the show?
Well, you get distracted, you stare at their chests, and you kind of generally just freak them out.
So keep sending us those questions. It's my fault.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 4 of We Like to Podcast.
Yeah, if this was Star Wars, we'd finally be getting good.
Dude, I thought you were going to cut it with the Star Wars jokes.
I lied.
Fair enough. My name is Arvin,
My name is Ben.
and we're going to start off our podcast with what we like to call the Week in Review.
Yeah, lots of good news stories this week, so we're going to get right to them. 6 million plus Wii units sold worldwide. This is huge numbers. This is 66% of the Xbox 360 sales, and it's triple the PS3.
Sweet.
So Nintendo did say that they weren't really expecting this kind of demand, which is why it's hard to get the systems in the store. But they also recently said they're going to try to step up productions, so hopefully we're going to see the systems in the stores soon.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really blame them. No one expected it to blow up as huge as it did.
No, for sure.
So a German video game website is stating with great certainty a rumor that we're going to be getting downloadable demo content on the Wii through Wii Connect 24. What that basically means is that any new games that are coming out or any games that have already come out, you'll be able to try before you buy with downloading of a demo level or something like that. Now, obviously, this is all demo speculation rumor speculation right now, but I think it's a necessary service that I would definitely welcome.
Yeah, I've got some friends who have tried similar things with the Xbox 360, and they said it worked out really well for them.
Yeah, I definitely would try it out.
So, I don't know if you're a fan of Sega Saturn. I know I sure am. I know this guy is for sure.
I had me one back in the day.
But there's rumors, more rumors, that they're going to be getting Sega Saturn on the Virtual Console, which works out really well for us because we were excited at the statement that there might be a Knights game coming out for the Wii, which was originally out for the Sega Saturn. But this way, if we don't get the new Knights game, we can probably play the old one, which is still really cool.
Yeah, I think it's win-win either way.
Yeah.
So we got something factual for you now. Opera web browser is going to be in its final release stages at the end of March or early April. So you'd be expecting that as a download through the Wii Connect 24 service. Now, Opera didn't state exactly what the new features are in the final build or what they've changed, but they did say that we're going to be getting regular updates on an ongoing basis. And I'm sure we can assume that they fixed things like the sync problems with Flash content and probably beefed up security as well.
Yeah, so that's good news.
Yep.
Okay, this is really cool. Do we have a picture?
Yeah, we got a
Okay,
picture.
this is really cool. This shows how much people really love their Wiis. This guy modded his Wii, as you can see, Zelda style. He did a lot of work into this one. You can see extra LEDs, all kinds of things. Really a professional job, I think. It's really cool. And this is actually for sale on eBay. So you can pick this up if you have an extra $1,600 US lying around.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what do you think if you had the cash you'd buy one?
I don't know, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, I'd be iffy on it myself, but obviously a lot of people do.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So Wii Connect 24. I go on about it a lot, and I think we've had a story about it on every single episode of the show, but we've got some really big news. GameSpy, which is a company owned by IGN, and it's responsible for a lot of different online capability, adding online capability to a lot of different games on a lot of different systems, has teamed up with Nintendo to help produce the middleware that third parties are going to need in order to get their games on Wii Connect 24. This includes things like friend rosters, matchmaking, game rankings, all tons of stuff, so that in the near future, I'm sure we're going to see, because of this deal, that games are going to be online capable. Unfortunately, though, we've got some bad news with this as well. An interview with GameSpy has revealed that they're going to be doing the exact same thing that they did with the DS, and that is making game-specific friend codes. What that is basically is that any game that you buy that you're going to play online is going to have a unique friend code, and you're going to have to enter your friend codes of everybody else's game that you want to play with online. Not the best move, in my opinion. They did this with the DS, and it did not do very well. And I just think it's a really bad idea.
Yeah, really, if I'm accessing someone on my Wii, I probably want to play games with them too.
Exactly. If you already got them on your console, you don't need a separate friend code. So if you want to make a difference, or if if you want to voice your opinion, we recommend that you contact GameSpy and Nintendo. Just shoot them off an email. Let them know your distaste for this type of thing, and that we don't need more types of friend codes.
Yeah. So if you liked the Link modded system, you might like this one too. It's a Sonic Team Wii that is, you can win this in a contest through Germany. It's
Oh, those
really
crazy
cool.
Germans.
Yeah. So you could win the system. You can also win all kinds of signed things, posters and figurines, all with the Sonic team. And this is a deadline of March 23rd. So you might want to get on that if you're interested.
Yeah, so if you want to read about this story, as well as how to get onto their website, or any of the other stories that we had on our week in review, you can hit up the website in the show notes, and all the information is there.
Yeah. So are we going to go for Billy again?
Yeah, Billy is back with another video review. He is now moved from our unofficial game reviewer to our official game reviewer.
Yeah, he did such a good time, such a good job last time. We figured we'd give him a real job.
Yeah. So today he's got a review of Tiger Woods 2007 for the Wii, and
Yeah, we weren't really huge fans of it ourselves.
all of us got a chance to play with it, and we just, us personally weren't too thrilled with it, but we'll let Billy give you his take on it.
Yeah.
Hey folks, Arvin here for We Like to Podcast Reviews. Unfortunately, Billy couldn't make it for this review, so I'm going to be taking his place. Today I'll be talking about Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2007 for the Wii. This is EA's second sports game for the Wii, following behind Madden 2007. Now, Tiger Woods features a massive array of courses and options. We have 18 different golf courses, both real and imaginary, and 35 different golfers. The game accommodates up to 4 players, and there are a variety of different play modes, including stroke play, match play, skins, and alternate shots. Also included are arcade-style games that include such things as target practice and battle golf. You can enter career mode, where you can create your own golfer, customize their appearance, and go forward onto the PGA Tour. After each round, you'll earn both points and money, which you can use to upgrade your skills and buy new equipment. Now, the play modes themselves are well diverse and make the game excellent to be played both by yourself and with friends. The control schemes overall are very well done. They're relatively easy to pick up but hard to master. The swinging motions, however, are not one-to-one, but are rather a measurement of the distance and power of your swing. And you can also put slice on the ball by twisting your wrists either left or right. But now the big question: is the game fun? For me, the short answer is no, but the long answer is yes. From the research we've done so far, it seems that non-golfers like myself don't find the game as much fun as real golfers do. Overall, I think this has to do with the level of understanding of real golfing environments as compared to, say, that of, like, Mario Golf environments. The more realism you add, the more variables you add as well, and this leads for the game to be less pick up and play than its cartoon counterparts. However, it does lead to a fuller and more realistic feel. Now, this leads me to my major problem with the game, and that's a lack of training and intuition. The game features a tutorial mode which teaches you the basics of how to golf. The only problem is that there are only 3 lessons just showing you the very basics. And if you want to learn more, you either have to read through the very small non-descriptive manual or quickly try to read the on-screen help tips in between matches. It's just a shame that they didn't put more for beginners to learn if they want to get better. The game's menu and interface structure are not intuitive at all. Where you'd expect to be able to just press the A button, you actually have to hold B and drag. And where you'd expect to simply press the down button, you instead have to move the cursor completely off the screen. It's trying to use the Wii Remote just for the sake of using it. This also includes the aiming cursor during the game itself. The movements of the cursor are sluggish and inaccurate, and often lead to the dreaded red slash. Overall, this just makes things more difficult than they need to be. Another section of major distaste for this game are the extremely poor visuals. The overall quality of the color is muted and bland, and the foliage on the courses are sporadic and often represented by very bad 2D textures. These textures often look like mud when you look up close. There are absolutely no anti-aliasing or filtering, and at one point I even saw the line with its sky texture wrapped around the Met itself. In my opinion, this is the worst looking Wii game I've ever played, and I've even seen Sega Saturn games that look 10 times better than this. So, if you can get over the poor visuals and the annoying crowd and commentator sounds, This is definitely the best golf game to hit the Wii. It's the most diverse and has the greatest sense of realism. But for myself, I'll be sticking to Wii Sports and play this game with one of my golfer friends buys it. This concludes this video review. Now let's get back to the podcast. And we're back.
Yeah, good job, Billy.
Always informative and entertaining. So as many of you may or may not know, the Game Developers Conference 2007 just recently came and went.
Yeah, it's a chance for the big names in the industry to show off their stuff.
And Nintendo had a huge presence this year at the GDC thanks to the popularity and success of the Wii and the DS. So popular, in fact, that Shigeru Miyamoto himself, the father of Mario and Zelda, performed a keynote speech this year. It's the first time he's done it in 8 years, and I recommend that everybody check it out. It's really entertaining to see just how these game developers get together and what they have to say about their stuff. I'm going to summarize it, though, really quickly for you. Basically, Miyamoto talked about the history of the Wii, as well as how the DS is changing things for Nintendo, as well as for all of Japan. It's an absolutely huge success over there. But he also mentioned something really interesting, and that's about a new channel that we're going to be getting on the Wii console. And it's kind of like an everybody votes, but specifically for Miis. So basically, you'll be able to post the Miis that you've created online, and everybody on over the internet gets to vote on them.
One thing that's really cool I heard about the Miis, actually, that Miyamoto developed the idea way back in the NES days.
Wow.
And nothing really came of it until the GameCube, when there was a limited release of something similar in Japan. And then it really came into fruition with the Wii.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see the history and the evolution of these kind of ideas, how they evolve over time. So along with the keynote speeches at the GDC, Nintendo also had a batch of first-party titles that they finally issued release dates for. We're going to be talking about those right now. We got Big Brain Academy, which is a sequel to Brain Age, another DS game that's now been ported over to the Wii. If you don't know what Brain Age or Big Brain Academy is, it's basically a game that's used to help sharpen your mental ability and test you on a daily basis. It's slated for a June 11th release, so look out for that title if you're a fan of that franchise, which actually is really fun.
Yeah, it is. So something coming out June 25th. Not really a big fan of Pokemon, but we got Pokemon Battle Revolution coming out. We're going to have to check this one out, though, because it's going to be the first fully Wii Connect 24 title.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to have to rent that one and
rent it
test
and,
it out.
I guess, battle with our non-elite Pokemon skills.
Yeah.
We got Super Paper Mario. I know I've talked about it before, but we've got brand new screenshots and brand new videos from GDC. I recommend you check them out. This game looks awesome. It went from me being maybe I'll rent it to I have to play this game. It's looking for April 9th for that release, so mark your calendars.
Yep. So Mario Strikers Charged, which is a sequel to the Mario Strikers, which was on the GameCube. If you don't know, it's a soccer game, actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
It looks like that one's going to be coming out sometime in the summer of this year. But, it's going to be another Mario sports kind of game. It's going to be really cool.
They're always fun.
Yeah.
So we got ourselves an email from a guy named Gabriel. And Gabriel asked us if we knew of any way to constantly keep that little blue LED light on the DVD drive of the Wii unit on all the time. I know a lot of people, including myself, really like the look of it. It's very stylized and very cool. But he wanted to know if there was any way we could keep it on all the time. So on today's section of We Teach You, we're going to show you just that.
He's going to show you.
Yeah, I guess I will.
Yeah.
Hey folks, on today's episode of We Teach You, I'm going to show you how you can get those little blue LEDs to stay lit on the front of your Wii unit while the Wii unit's off. Now, unfortunately, this is kind of a really simple, hacky method, and it kind of works and it kind of doesn't. It's very limited. Basically, what we're going to be doing is sending a message to our Wii unit. If you've ever noticed that when another person sends your Wii unit a message, or even Nintendo themselves, your blue light will stay lit, indicating that you have a message. That's basically the same thing that we're going to be doing, except we're going to be doing it from a standard email address. So let's get started. In order to be able to send messages from a regular email address to your Wii, we have to register that email address. So we'll start by going to the message board, and then going over to Create Message. In your address book, hit the Register button, and you'll be able to register not a Wii, but others. So now you can go ahead and enter your email address of choice. This can really be any email address. I'm going to be using We Like to Podcast www.wltpmarch@gmail.com. And of course, you can always email us at this particular address if ever you want to get in contact with us. So now that I've done that, just select OK, and give yourself a nickname. In this case, I'm going to choose me. And I'll even add a me for myself. So now we've got all our information entered in, and we can select OK to register this particular email address. And now what the Wii's going to do is actually send you, at that address that you registered, an email that confirming that you've actually added the right person and the right email address. So now let's go ahead and check our email account so we can reply to the confirmation message. Okay, so now we're in my email account, and you can see that the email from the Wii is sitting there waiting for us. Unfortunately, depending on the time of day you send the email or how busy the servers are at the time of registration, it can actually take a long time for it to finally reach your inbox. This one actually took a couple of hours before it finally reached, and I'm a little surprised with that. But, your results may vary. So we'll go ahead and click on the email, and now inside you can see that all you have to do now is if you'd like to exchange email with this individual, simply reply to this message. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'll just say, hooray, it worked. And now go ahead and hit send. And that's it, the message has been sent. So now we can go ahead and check our Wii, and if the unit's off, it should actually automatically start to glow once it receives its message. Okay, so now you can see that the Wii is glowing in all its glory, and that's because we have messages waiting for us. Now, unfortunately, the Wii is going to stop glowing as soon as I turn the unit on, which I'll do right now. And as soon as we turn the unit off, you're going to notice that the Wii doesn't start to glow again. Now, this is unfortunately not the way it works. As soon as there's a message waiting and you turn the unit on, the message goes away from waiting mode. So now I'll go ahead and turn the unit off, and the unit is now off again. You can see it doesn't glow. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to quickly fire off another email. Okay, I've just sent another email, and we're going to see how long it takes till it actually starts to light up again. And there it is. Now, obviously, this isn't really the best method of getting it going, but it's probably the easiest method. And if you know that you're going to have the system off, it takes about 2 seconds to fire off an email to the Wii, and then it'll light up again. So, thanks for watching this episode of We Teach You. Now let's get back to the podcast. And we're back.
Thanks for watching.
So if you want to check out any of the news stories that we talked about or get any more information, you can always hit up our show notes on the website. As well, we also love hearing feedback from you guys, so if you want to send us off an email... Dude, what are you doing?
I'm waiting for the music.
What music?
You know, at the end of the show, we always have the music.
Oh, yeah. I talked to the guys in R&D. They said we have a bit of a problem with that, and we might not get it this time.
But it's my favorite.
I know. I really tried with them, but they were really stuck on, we got a problem.
Oh, wait.
Oh, those guys.
Man. Okay, so it's time to bash the PS3.
I've got a little problem with the PS3.
Yeah.
And that happens to be that at the GDC this year, the Game Developers Conference, like we talked about before, Sony had some innovative material that they wanted to debut to the world. And they debuted their home channel. The home channel, to summarize, is basically just a collection of all the different Wii channels, and even including elements of Wii Sports in an online community bundled together that they're going to charge you for. So I think it's, really innovative.
Yeah, it's ahead of the curve.
Yeah, they're always thinking ahead, outside the box, as you would say.
So what I have to say this week isn't really much of a complaint as much as a little prod at the PS3. And what that is all these great game developers who have come up with exclusive titles that are coming out for the PS3. Things like Final Fantasy and Metal Gear Solid and Resident Evil. They're all coming out with new similar games for the Wii and the Xbox 360. And they're leaving the PS3 behind. I don't know about this one.
Yeah, sorry PlayStation, but, it's not our fault.
What are you going to do?
I'm Arvin.
And I'm Ben.
Thanks for watching We Like to Podcast.